Yo, check it out, dog. Yeah. Well, ain't nobody podcast really rocking like this one. Yours truly, Mr. T Love, T Love Talks Podcast. In your face, amazing grace. Y'all already.
Get out of there. It's yours truly, Mr. T Love Talks Podcast. I just want you guys to understand something, man. I want y'all to check something out real fast because a lot of you guys, y'all tap into the African spiritual systems, and then the next thing you know, you pop up videos like this.
When these niggas crashing out over women that ain't theirs, what you think that is, man? Them boys cursed, man. Them boys caught up over something that ain't even theirs. Most of these women be meant for somebody else. They tied and spiritually tied to a whole nother nigga. So when they come sleep with you, she just gave you all that nigga trauma plus hers. But you don't know that. So when you go crazy and you don't know how to act over this woman and you ready to crash out over this woman, that's a lot of spiritual power that's inside you, yeah. She put a lot of spells, she inducted a lot of yap in you, but you don't know that though because you're not metaphysically tapped in. You only see this shit from the physical. But when you see this shit from the spiritual, from that third eye, from that high up, you gotta be high up, baby. When these niggas.
Fellas, I want y'all to understand something, man. And first of all, to him, shouts out to him, but I want y'all to understand something, man. It's not that deep, fellas. Basically, what's going on is you got your nose wide open. That's what we called it back in the day. Now they adding flavor and sauce to it and the music in the background because you got whipped, my boy. And that's really what it is, dog. A lot of times you get around these women for the first time, you get some of that water. We call it that water back in the day when I was growing up, that thing that didn't have no smell on it. And then she put your face in and you start tasting it. And then, you get sprung, dog, and you get access to the punani all the time, 24/7. So the message is, fellas, forget about all the witchcraft, forget about all of that, man. Understand a woman is a powerful thing. Her body is something that a man desires. The problem is you get caught up in one woman. And there's so many women out here for you to enjoy, young man. But first and foremost, get your damn money up, get your paper up, then you can play with them. Forget all that witchcraft, forget all of that sad music. Woman is good thing, boom boom is good thing. Get your money first though. Tenfold. Uncle OGT Love. I'm trying to teach y'all something.
When these niggas crashing out over women that ain't theirs, what you think that is, man? Them boys cursed, man. Them boys caught up over something that ain't even theirs. Most of these women be meant for somebody else. They tied and spiritually tied to a whole nother nigga. So when they come sleep with you, she just gave you all that nigga trauma plus hers. But you don't know that. So when you go crazy and you don't know how to act over this woman and you ready to crash out over this woman, that's a lot of spiritual power that's inside you, yeah. She put a lot of spells, she inducted a lot of yap in you, but you don't know that though because you're not metaphysically tapped in. You only see this shit from the physical. But when you see this shit from the spiritual, from that third eye, from that high up, you gotta be high up, baby. When these niggas.
You stupid.
Hey, bro, this is what I need to tell y'all, young men, dog. Y'all getting caught up with these women physically. Yeah, it is. There's something physical, dog. You're in the physical realm. It ain't what you think, little homie. I mean, I understand y'all learning the African sciences and the spiritual systems, and you understand about witchcraft, which is simply a form of medicine to heal. And sometimes you do have ignorant people that don't know what they're doing, trying to tap into certain things that they have no knowledge of. But at the end of the day, man, these boys they getting whipped. I mean, it's what it is, dog. Like, it's seriously. Like, so what you guys have to understand is early on in the game, when you get a fresh piece of poom poom, sometimes y'all nose get wide open. And this is what bruh is talking about. But nowadays, everybody trying to add sauce and sad music behind it, etc., etc. No, you got to be focused on hitting, splitting, smashing, dashing out of there, little bro, because most of these women, that's the lifestyle and that's what they've been doing already. What happens is you guys try to take a hoe for a housewife, straight up. So again, forget all the scary music, forget all of the witchcraft talk. It happens to a young man. You get your nose wide open, you get a piece of poom poom. It happens, dog. And we get attached to these women. You busting in them in and out every day. You know what I'm saying? Getting you smashing and going to work, coming home. She making you feel good. You're able to release that energy. And yes, it feels good. But see, you're dealing with just one woman. Instead of focus, locking in on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and keep it moving, this is where the problem comes in. And that's why guys say you're on the witchcraft, because you crash out, because that's the only piece of poom poom that you get. And you don't have that abundance mindset. So you guys have to get in the mindset of having an abundance so that you don't get caught up on one woman. I mean, when you young, man, you have to really go out here and get this paper, dog. You ain't got time to be really playing around in no relationship that's taken away from you being able to stack, you being able to build the type of life that you want to build for yourself. And I know a lot of you guys want to start businesses. You want to go ahead and knock out some of the goals that you set for yourself as you as a young man, thinking about it in your imagination. And your imagination should never stop. When you get with a broad, most of the times you guys' imagination dissipates once you get with a broad. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. Once you get with a broad, your passion, your dreams, all of your imagination that you have for yourself as a young man, it goes away. And people kind of put y'all in the mindset of, oh, I gotta have a wife in order to have a life. And then you get caught up into happy wife, happy life. Hence, you wind up being the fat, beer belly, disgusting, teeth falling out your head because you done neglected yourself. And a lot of you guys will even do this for single mothers as well. So again, this witchcraft that bro talking about, just throw that out the window. The witchcraft is that wet, creamy that be up on your ball sack when you knee deep in that girl. That's the problem. Pause. That's the problem. No pause. That is the issue, guys. That's the issue. So stop worrying about the sad music and all the rest of that BS. Tighten up. Tighten up. Put yourself in a position to win. Put yourself in a position to grow. Put yourself in a position to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Today is a new day. If you start a project and you know you need to cut off certain avenues of the project in order for it to grow, then you got to cut that off. If it wasn't working in the beginning, then you're going to have to figure it out. Watch this one more time. Check this out now. Check it out. Check it out. Where my boy at? I'm going to take a good look. So good look and a good listen. See what he's saying.
When these niggas crashing out over women that ain't theirs, what you think that is? Man, them boys cursed, man. Them boys caught up over something that ain't even theirs. Most of these women be meant for somebody else. They tied and spiritually tied to a whole nother nigga. So when they come sleep with you, she just gave you all that nigga trauma plus hers. But you don't know that. So when you go crazy and you don't know how to act over this woman and you ready to crash out over this woman, that's a lot of spiritual power that's inside you, yeah. She put a lot of spells, she inducted a lot of yab in you. But you don't know that though, because you're not metaphysically tapped in. You only see this shit from the physical. But when you see this shit from the spiritual, from that third eye, from that high up, you gotta be high up, baby. So when these niggas.
Hey, I ain't knocking my boy, but what it is, man, y'all guys are just whipped at the end of the day, man. That's exactly what it is. That's what bro talking about. Nowadays, you know, the brothers, they done got into the spiritual awakening and African spiritual systems, and we're trying to look at this as something else. Nah, nigga, you just got whipped. all men go through this, man. And if you don't have the knowledge to know that as a young man, you should be focusing on your imagination, focused on your dreams, your goals, building, creating legacy for yourself, and then everything else falls in line with that, then you're going to be lost out here. And most men don't have fathers that can teach them that. And most men don't grow up in households with submissive mothers to where they can see the interaction between man and woman, how it should take place, so the man can actually be fruitful and multiply. You don't have all of that nagging. And yeah, of course, women been sleeping with all these dudes. We call them 304s. Yes, but bro. Yes, no, they're not attaching you to those spirits. They're attaching you to that boom boom in that throat. And guys get sprung. That's what it's always been. You get sprung on a little piece of pussy. Niggas crash out over some pussy. Niggas try to fight another dude over a piece of boom boom. So again, y'all gotta man up, say what it is. You got caught up in the boom boom. You didn't have any knowledge to know that you should have been smashing and dashing, and you should have been focusing on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your life itself, getting money, stacking paper, making investments happen, creating partnerships, business relationships with people, creating your, adding to your wealth. You should be doing these things instead of just focusing and locking in on one woman. And society tells men they should be married. That's what's happening, little bro. Somebody get a good piece of boom boom and they want to keep a happy home. The woman can be a feminist. The woman can be a very angry woman, but she gives him access to her JJ 24/7. And this is what happens to a lot of guys. So guys, y'all wise up, tighten up, do the little things that you need to do to come through. Stop being goofy. You feel me? Uncle OGT Love. I'm about here. Peace.
Yo, check it out, dog. Yeah. Ain't nobody podcast really rocking like this one. Yours truly, Mr. T Love, T Talk Podcast. In your face, amazing grace. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah. Shout out to all my niggas out there. Y'all ready? Yeah. Let's go get it. T-Love talk. T-Love talk. T-Love talk. T-Love talk. T-Love